so can you see the images, students? The first sentence is let's eat grandma, and the second one is let's eat. After eat, there is a comma, and grandma is given, and exclamation mark is given. So in the first sentence, we are confused that we have to eat grandma. There is no any punctuation marks. So the sentence, see how it becomes that let's eat grandma. And in the second sentence, see, when we give the punctuation marks, the meaning of the sentence changes that let's eat grandma. So the punctuation saves life. So today we are going to learn about the punctuation, that what is punctuation, why punctuation is required, importance of punctuation, and types of punctuation. Let's start with the punctuation topic. See, these are the punctuation marks are there. That is comma, full stop, semicolon, colon, then question mark, exclamation mark, hyphen, and apostrophe, then quotation mark, bracket, dash, and slash. We are going to see what is punctuation. See, punctuation is the system of symbols that we use to separate written sentences and parts of sentences and to make their meaning clear. What is punctuation? Punctuation is the system of symbols that we use to separate written sentences and parts of sentences and to make their meaning clear. Why punctuation is required? Now we are going to see that why punctuation is required. See, using first point is, see, using punctuation helps the reader to, sorry, it is a plain mistake, it's a to clearly understand the message that is being conveyed. Punctuation helps to indicate the pauses and the emphasizes on certain ideas or thoughts. In writing, it is essential to use punctuation as it helps to strengthen arguments that are made in the text. So students, why punctuation is required? Because it helps the reader to clearly understand the message that is being conveyed. Then it helps to indicate the pauses and the emphasis on certain ideas or thoughts. And it is essential to use punctuation as it helps to strengthen arguments that are made in the text. Then we are going to see the importance of punctuation marks. Why the punctuation marks are important. So first, see, they show reader where sentence start and finish. It helps to bring the right kind of expression into writing. It changes the tone of voice to show emphasizes, and it clears clarity in sentence. What is the importance of punctuation marks? That they show reader where sentence start and finish. It helps to bring the right kind of expression into writing. It changes the tone of voice to show emphasizes, and it clears clarity in sentence. Next, we are going to see uses of punctuation marks. Now, you see, one sentence is given. In a sentence, punctuation marks can make two different senses. So, see, when we give the punctuation mark, the sentence make two different meanings, two different senses. For example, see, first example, see, It can be punctuated in two ways. First example, see, a woman a woman without her man is nothing. The sentence is given. A woman without her man is nothing. When you punctuate in two ways, see the meanings. A woman, punctuation mark, without her man is nothing. Second sentence, a woman, comma, without her man, comma, is nothing. So see, when we add different punctuation marks to separate the sentences, to separate the words, it gets the different meaning. See how it differs. First we have put a woman without her man is nothing, and a woman without her man is nothing. So see, it makes different two senses when we add the punctuation marks. Let's see the second example. This is the second example. See, he has bitten by a dog which hurt him. Sentence is there that he was bitten by a dog which hurt him. When we add punctuation mark, see, he was bitten by a dog, comma, which hurt him. Third sentence is there, ouch, that hurt. See, comma is given, exclamation mark, again inverted comma is closed. Ouch, that hurt. Then Tara's sister. For example, see, Tara's sister. Tara apostrophe S and sister. Now, how to use all these punctuation marks that we are going to see. Now, see, students, there are 6 types of punctuation, 6 principles punctuation marks are there. Which are they that we are going to see? See, types of punctuation. 6 principles punctuation marks are there. First one is full stop, then comma, semicolon, colon, question mark, and exclamation mark. And rest are all are quotation marks, bracket, apostrophe, hyphen, dash, slash. Now, this we are going to see in our next lecture. So, first we will see the first type of punctuation mark, that is full stop. See, full stop is also known as a period. See, full stop. This is the punctuation mark of full stop is there. See, this is a full stop. It is also known as a period. Now, see how the period looks. Period means the full stop. The period looks like a small dot. That is a full stop. Period means full stop. It looks like a small dot. Second, the period is the most common form of punctuation used to end a sentence in the English language. When we use a full stop, we use the full stop to end the sentence. We put a full stop. Periods are also used for abbreviations and website addresses. Full stops are also used for abbreviations and website addresses. Let's look into the example. First, see what is the rules is there, rule and its example. First one is, we use a period or full stop at the end of sentences that are statements. When we make a statement, when we write a statement like, I like to eat pizza, first letter should be capital, and at the end, when statement is there, put a full stop, that I like to eat pizza. Then we use a full stop or period at the end of sentences that are commands. When we give the command, at that time also we use a full stop. Pick up the blue ball. I have given a command that pick up the blue ball. Then we use periods in abbreviations. Now, United States of America is abbreviated as USA. See, after U is a full stop, after S is a full stop, and after A is a full stop. Then we use periods or full stop in website addresses like www.dictionary.com. So we use full stop at the end of a sentence. At the end of a sentence, that are commands in abbreviations and in website addresses. So now next type of punctuation we are going to see, that is comma. Now see, this is the symbol of comma. See, this is comma. Now when we use comma, see, when listing items in a sentence, use comma punctuation to separate words or phrases of three or more. When in a sentence we use comma to separate words or phrases when it is more than 2 or 3 words are there or more than that. For example, see, sentence is there. First example, see, on our farm we have 3 cats, 2 goats, 1 cow and a pig. So to separate all these things, we use a comma to separate words. See, on our farm we have 3 cats, comma, 2 goats, comma, 1 cow and 1 pig. Then we use a comma to separate 2 adjectives. When we use a comma to separate 2 adjectives, for example, he is a little short man. Now he is a little is also adjective, short is also adjective. So after little, comma is given and short man. So we use a comma to separate 2 adjectives. Then when we use a comma when writing a date in a sentence, he was born on March 17, comma is given 1981. Then when writing a tag question, use comma to separate the statement from the question. To separate the statement from the question, when we are writing a question tag sentence or a tag sentence, at that time we have to use comma. For example, see, you like horses. This is the statement. Then it is a question tag. Don't you? So I have separated this by using a comma. You like horses, don't you? Okay. So when we use comma to separate words or phrases of 3 or more. Then we use comma to separate 2 adjectives. Then when writing a date in a sentence and when we are writing a tag question, to separate the statement, we have to use the comma. Next one, the next type of punctuation we are going to see. Next more examples are there about comma. See, when writing a location in a sentence, we use comma to separate the city from the state. When we want to separate the city from the state, when we are writing a location in the sentence, at that time also we have to use a comma. Now see, example C, he was born in a San Diego, California in 1918. Now this is one of the city and this is the state. So I separated by it using the comma. He was born in San Diego, it is California in 1980. Then use commas when you write the sentence that directly addresses someone. When it addresses directly someone, at that time also we have to use a comma. Now see, yes, teacher, I will finish my work. After yes, there is comma. After teacher, there is comma. That yes, teacher, I will finish my work. Then 7th one, use a comma to set apart an introductory word such as yes, no, well, finally, then, and now. When we are using word yes, no, well, finally, then, now, an introductory word. At that time also we have to use a comma. That, for example, see, yes, I would love to go to the park today. Now after yes also I have given a comma. 8.1. When writing a quote, we use commas to set apart the quotation. Huh? When we are writing a quote, we use commas to set apart the quotation. Now, please take care of yourself, said the doctor. Now, see here the sentence. Please take care of yourself. This is the quote is there. And to separate it, I have used here comma after yourself. And the sentence is completed by said the doctor. Okay. So here we have completed with the punctuation, punctuation, comma. Next, we are going to learn about colon. Now see the symbol of colon. Now see, this symbol is known as a colon. Two dots is known as a colon. Now see, a colon is made of two equal dots or periods. Now the dots should be equal. See, one below each. So a colon is made of two equal dots or periods. One dot sits on top of the other with a small space between. One dot is on the top of the other dot where there is a small space. It should not be joined. See here, there should be a space between two dots. There is a space is given. Then colon punctuation is used to introduce a word or words, a phrase, a list, or a quotation. For example, see, I like many healthy foods. Now, after food, see, the colon punctuation mark is given. Carrots, comma, apples, comma, spinach, and oranges. So, I like many healthy foods. There is a colon mark is given like carrots, apples, spinach, and oranges. More examples we will see. What are the rules to use the colon? See, first one is colon punctuation can also be used after the salutation or greeting of a formal letter or a business letter. For example, see, when we are writing a letter or a business letter, we have to use a colon like dear sir or madam. See here, I have used a colon. Dear sir or madam. Then see second example, to whom it may concern. Then after to whom it may concern, I have used here colon punctuation mark. So we have to use colon punctuation mark when we writing salutation of a formal letter or a business letter. Then for indicating ratios, we have learned in the maths, we have studied in the algebra. For indicating ratios, also the colon punctuation mark is used. See now here 4:6, 1:12. So for indicating ratios also colon punctuation mark is used. Then for dialogue writing, in writing skill, when you are writing the dialogue writing, at that time also we are using colon. That Sita, after the name Sita, colon punctuation mark is given. Sita, I love this toast. Then Gita is telling, let's eat. Exclamation mark. After Gita also colon mark is given. So these are the rules of colon marks. Next punctuation mark we are going to learn, that is question mark. Now all of you are aware about the question mark. See how the question mark symbol is there. See question mark. Okay. Now when we have to use question mark, when we have to use this symbol, punctuation mark. See, a question mark is a punctuation symbol placed at the end of a sentence or phrase to indicate a direct question. When do you use question mark? At the end of a sentence or phrase to indicate a direct question. Then a question mark is also called an interrogation point or question point. Now, let's see the examples. See, first we are going to see the rules of the question mark. See, first one is use question mark when writing direct questions. When you are writing direct questions, at that time, use the question mark. For example, how are you? What did you think of the movie? So when you are writing direct questions, use question marks. The second rule is when you are writing rhetorical questions, even though no answers are expected in this rhetorical question, the answers are not expected. Just you have to ask the question and give the question mark. For example, can we do better next time? Here there is no answer expected, a yes or no. Just you have to ask the rhetorical question that can we do better next time? Next example. Okay. So here we have completed with the exclamation mark. Next, see the sixth type of punctuation is that is exclamation mark. Now, this is the symbol of exclamation mark. This is the exclamation mark. Now, see the exclamation mark is very simple. Just give a vertical line above a period. A period means full stop. Give vertical line and give a full stop. Then when we use exclamation, it is used at the end of a sentence. Then an exclamation mark is used to give emphasis to a statement. There is strong feeling or urgency to the statement. See the rules of the exclamation mark and examples. First one, see a direct order. When we are giving a direct order, use the exclamation mark. Do not enter. Exclamation mark, inverted comma, close. Second, when we are expressing strong feelings, hooray, then we won, I hate you, use the exclamation mark when we express the strong feelings. Understood, students? So here we have learned the six main principles of the punctuation mark. First, we have learned the full stop, then comma, semicolon, question mark, and exclamation mark. So just I'll revise over here again. So these are the punctuations, that comma, full stop, semicolon, colon. This is the symbol of comma. This is comma, then full stop, semicolon, colon. Okay. Then question mark, exclamation mark, hyphen, apostrophe, quotation mark, bracket, dash, and slash. Then we have seen that what is a punctuation. Then we have seen why punctuation is required, importance of punctuation marks. Then we have discussed uses of punctuation marks with 2 examples. Then we have seen the full stop. What are the rules of full stop? When we have to use the full stop, and some examples also we have discussed. Then regarding comma also we have discussed colon, then question mark, and exclamation mark. Let's see the exercise now. Now see, 10 sentences are there. Use appropriate punctuation marks in the following sentences. The first sentence, we had a great time in France. The kids really enjoyed it. Now, none of the sentence exclamation mark is given. We have to add. First one is, we had a great time in France. The kids really enjoyed it. So how will be the exclamation mark over here? See, we had great time in France. Hyphen is given. The kids really enjoyed it. Second example, see, some people work best in the mornings, others do better in the evenings. Now, some people work best in the mornings, give a semicolon, and others to do better in the evenings, full stop. What are you doing next weekend? Now, this is a question. Now, so what are you doing next weekend? Give a question mark. Mother had to go into hospital. She had heart problems. The mother had to go into hospital. Colon is given, and she had heart problems. Did you understand why I was absent? Sorry, did you understand why I was upset? After upset, question mark. Understood? Then it's a fine idea. Semicolon. Let us hope that it is going to work. Then we all be arriving on Monday morning. Dash at least, comma, I think so. A textbook can be a wall between teacher and class. Now, a textbook can be a wall between teacher and class. After a class, there is a statement. Now, it's a full stop. The girl's father sat in a corner, full stop. In the words of Murphy's law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Full stop. And invert comma is given, comma is closed. So here we have seen the exercise and we have completed with the topic punctuation. Okay. Thank you, students. Yes, students, we just will have the revision. Again, say what is punctuation? See, punctuation is a system of symbols that we use to separate written sentences and parts of sentences and to make their meaning clear. Then why it is required? It helps the reader to clearly understand the message that is being conveyed, and it helps to indicate the pauses and emphasizes on certain ideas or thoughts. And it is essential to use punctuation as it helps to strengthen arguments that are made in the text. The importance of punctuation marks, it shows the reader where sentence start and finish. It helps to bring the right kind of expression into writing. It changes the tone of voice to show emphasizes, and it creates clarity in sentences. And uses of punctuation marks we have seen over here. The full stop, why do we use full stop? And when we use at the end of a sentence, it is also used for abbreviations and website addresses. It is used at the end of a sentences that are commands. Then when we use comma for listing items and to separate words or phrases which are more than two or three or more than that, and to separate two adjectives when writing a date and when writing a tag question, and when writing a location in a sentence we use comma to separate the city from the state. Then when we write a sentence that directly addresses someone, then to apart an introductory part such as introductory word such as yes, no, well, finally, then, and now. Then writing a quote, we use commas to set apart the quotation. And colon is the two equal dots, and it is used to introduce a word or words, a phrase, a list, or a quotation. And it is also used for writing the salutation of a formal letter or a business letter, for indicating ratios, for dialogue writing. Then next punctuation mark is question mark. It is used at the end of a sentence or phrase to indicate a direct question, and a question mark is also called an interrogation point or question point. An exclamation mark is just a vertical line and dot is given, and it is used at the end of a sentence. Then it is used to give emphasis to a statement, that is strong feeling or urgency to the statement. And when we use the exclamation mark, when a direct order is there, expressing strong feelings. So thank you, students. We have completed here with the topic punctuation. In the next topic, we are going to see the quotation mark, semicolon, bracket, apostrophe, hyphen, dash, and slash. Okay. Thank you, all of you.